Yo, what is up, everyone? This is Ricky. Welcome to another epic episode of the Tales of Web3. Today we are recording episode 7 uh, with our special guest, Yuri, the co-founder of Wallchain. How you doing, man?
Hey, Ricky. Happy to have this convo today. Doing quite well, quite busy as the market goes, as the Bybit goes, as
Oh
everything
my
goes right
God.
now.
Oh
Yeah,
my, it's another crazy day in crypto. So
happens to the best of
yeah.
us.
100%. I hope they can make it. I think it's not gonna hurt them that much, considering how much deposit they have. But
Yeah,
still, it's a pretty nasty thing that can happen.
yeah. I think they can afford it with their revenue, so it's
Yes,
quite backed quite well.
yes. So to start, please tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you get into crypto and how you started Wallchain with your co-founder.
Yeah, happy to share all the journey. So it all starts back like 8 years ago when I met my co-founder when I was doing my master's in computer science, and Max was doing his PhD in machine learning. Since then, we went through engineering at Google, building products at Google, Facebook. Back then, it was Facebook. Was working on Oculus. In 2017, bought a few ACOs. It was greatly dumped, not by me. So it was a great lesson, not that a great investment. And then went through Y Combinator. And in 2021, we started building on chain full time with Max. And
Nice.
we started with like arbitrage bots, simple arbitrage bots. Then we started getting more advanced, but we were seeing that there is still like a huge competition, and it's going to be even more. So we've built an MEV B2B protocol for DEXs.
That's cool.
It has grown like to one of the most used MEV protocols with our biggest clients like PancakeSwap, QuickSwap, and in our peak months we got like $2 billion monthly volume.
2 billion.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's volume of our clients, DEXs.
What happened to it? Like, and until you guys decided to pivot it, or if not pivot it, to start a new company.
Yeah, we completely switched from this model like a year ago because the infra was getting more and more expensive to compete for that like tiny bits of MEV, and those bits were getting less and less easy to get. So we were thinking that it's headed not to the direction that we see best for the long term. So we've done some experiments, research, and as a part of that research, we have built an internal tool, like a Chrome extension, to analyze Twitter accounts, just to see how valuable it is. Because, like, I don't know everyone in crypto Twitter. Sometimes you bump into account. It sounds relevant, but it's like random name, random picture, like NFT, and you don't know really what it means. And we just
100%.
added a Chrome extension that shows the value of the account based on followers. Not only like smart followers, but how smart, how influential are those followers, and how much they support this account. We used it internally within a team, and we casually mentioned it to a few friends. They asked for it. We had to launch it on the Chrome store, and we got like 20 users in a week, organically, just friends sharing with friends. We thought that there may be something about it, so we added a referral system, published it in a few forums like Alliance DAO, Orange DAO, and so on our
That's
Twitter.
awesome.
Got like 10,000 installs in 2 weeks, and currently we're sitting at 3,000 daily active users.
Whoa, that's the one that I did a review a couple of
Yeah,
days
yeah,
ago,
yeah.
right? I love that product. It's pretty seamless.
Yeah, it's not that groundbreaking. Not much users been like crypto Twitter analytics tool for years, like so many of them. But the breakthrough here is like the user experience. It's tiny. It doesn't distract much when you browse Twitter, and it gives you a single most important piece of analytics about crypto Twitter account.
That's awesome. Before we dive into Wallchain and everything that you guys are building, let's talk about you first, right? You are a serial entrepreneur. You've been to YC, which is really interesting. You've been to Alliance, right? The best accelerator in both non-crypto world and the crypto world, right? What do
Yep.
you think? What do you think is your superpower as a founder? And how do you get into realization of this is your superpower and you're able to use it to continue to accomplish things that you wanted to done?
All right, let me think. Getting into realization of it, I'm coming right now as I think about it. So I guess is being constantly in the market of users' needs, trying to deeply understand their choices, why they're doing certain things, why they're doing, why they're choosing some projects, protocols to use. So as I mentioned, the research we've been doing, we've conducted like hundreds of user interviews, and sometimes users choose some protocol or project to choose to swap, to trade, or something else because of the technology, because of the vision of the product. That's what they say. But if you ask deeper questions, it turns out often that they are delusional to themselves because they choose a protocol.
Everybody does. Yes.
Yes. And you need to really deeply understand why they're making those choices to build your own product, to build your own presence. Oftentimes it's about the investors, the backers that the project has. Sometimes it's about being early. They think that they're early into some project, that say they have the edge and they continue using it even when it's not early already. Sometimes it's something else like UI, UX, or some like visual effect they don't really realize, or just a habit. They use like not really that functional or beneficial products, but they just have a habit. And one of the tricks that we incorporated was proposed by Max, my co-founder, which was taken from Trump elections. When you talking to users, ask what their network of friends are thinking about this product or about other product or about the problem. Not what they think or what they have experienced, but what their network is thinking or considering about something.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Let's talk about Wallchain. Like, tell me exactly what you guys are building, why you guys are extremely bullish on the attention file market, which obviously after Kaido, I think a lot of the attention have been focusing on this unique sector of the crypto world. Tell me all about that, right? And then like where you guys headed to next.
Yeah, so there are projects that are focused like on some called social fi, info fi. We are specifically focused on attention fi. So we're building the most efficient way for people with influence to leverage their influence and grow it. And for projects, for brands, the most efficient way to get high quality attention and again grow their influence. For example, if you are an influential individual, and not saying that you have to be an influencer, you have to be a KOL or something like that. From many experiences that we had, the most influential people, they don't really consider themselves influencers or KOLs.
100%.
Yeah,
They're just expert in their own niche field,
exactly.
right? And not necessarily in crypto even. You know what I mean?
Yes. And they may not even realize how many people listen to their opinion.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And there are interesting cases when someone is like not popular at all. They have like less than 1K followers, but the quality of that followers is so good. Like these people are usually researchers or some journalists, and their network is very high quality, but attention is not that big in terms of like numbers, and they don't realize it. But their influence is actually higher than some KOLs with dozens of thousands of followers, and their influence definitely matters and has a value. So if you're an individual with some influence, we are providing the most efficient way to leverage that influence and grow it. For example, if you want to leverage it, you want to write about some project, about some technology, what you usually had to do previously is to go to that project, get somehow connected, negotiate a deal. Sometimes it takes weeks.
That's
Sometimes,
me. That's me. I do that all the time.
yeah,
As an individual content creator, especially, right? If you
exactly.
want to do, yes, you want to do podcasts, you want to do like partnership or sponsorships. Like that's the kind of thing that you do all the time.
So firstly, it's time. Secondly, there are some middlemen, marketing agencies, marketing managers. They take huge cut, and you also have to sign a contract that makes you support the company for some period. And in 2 months, the company may be doing things that you don't like, you don't support. But by the contract, you still have to support them publicly. And this all sort of bureaucracy and time consuming, it kills the creative energy. And in the end, the content may look like shill posting, something like really spammy, really not that high quality.
I feel you.
Yeah. In our case with Wallchain Quacks, it can be instant and much cheaper, like more money comes to influencers because all the middlemen are removed.
I see. So Kaido launched their token yesterday, right? What do you think about Kaido as a product, right? And then like as someone, so you guys are building the attention file market,
Yep.
right? And I think for Kaido, they're building more in the like information finance,
Yeah.
information. And then like I think a lot of people, they are having confusions, right? If you bring them two different concepts, they don't know what is the necessary difference. You know what I mean? And then from what you're describing, I think for people who don't understand the real difference, they might think, okay, probably Kaido is doing something similar, right, to what you guys are building. Can you tell us a little bit more about, first, how you think about Kaido? Second, what is the biggest difference between attention file and information file?
Yeah.
And third, okay, I will let you do two questions first, and then I will let you talk about what really differentiate what you guys are building for any other product out there. But the first two questions, please.
Sure. First, of course, I think Kaido is great. They are more focused on InfoFi, and if some are not aware of the differences, InfoFi is when you're more focused on like trading information, selling data, which they're doing greatly. And we are more focused on measuring and rewarding for influence and attention.
I see. But like just playing the devil's advocate, right? For example,
Yeah.
a lot of the KOLs on Kaido, right? They are trying to yap, right, about all these different kind of projects that they wanted to contribute to, and then in return they probably can get some points. They probably can get the airdrops from these projects. For example, Wallchain, for example, Star Protocol. Do you think this is a good way? And do you think basically, do you think this is some sort of a competition for you guys? What you guys are doing?
Yes, there is also a competition. We, of course, embrace the competition, and we need more competition in crypto, not just some like monopolized opinions.
Yes.
Like let's embrace the competition. The competition builds better products and better value for customers.
I see. Please.
Yeah, let's continue. So with Kaito, they're focused on InfoFi, and they also have YAPs. There are some differences that we are focused on. Firstly, we don't want to change the behavior of the users. We want to reward what they are already doing. So we, for example, the system is designed in a way that we don't want users even to try to game it. For example, we limit the number of posts that are taken into account to get points.
Dude, that is actually one of the biggest pain point I've seen people complaining about, like Kaido, because a lot of people are trying to farm points by constantly sending, because they have like a very specific like give point distribution system, right? Because every single hour there's certain point distributed to like tweets that have the highest view or something like that. So people developed a way, and then that messed up a lot of people's timeline, including myself. So in the end, I decided to mute, block a lot of the people who just been farming. Yes, I think that is actually a pretty cool take. Like rewarding people for their organic contributions and posts instead of like trying to. Okay, I like that. Please share more.
Yeah, so focus is on organic content. I mean, this is not some like hidden secret. It's like all public on Twitter. People openly share all of their opinions, and we take that opinions into account. So firstly, focus on organic content, limit number of posts that are taken into account so people don't spam. So we ban spams, and we also try to not to like basically discourage people of posting too much spammy content.
That's good.
Some accounts are like so automated. There's no automation or bot like tags, but they're actually automated. They post like every 5 minutes, reply every 5 minutes. So we detect it as well and discourage and dilute their points for being automated. So humans compete with humans. It's like you can't compete with something that is automated and posting 24/7. That's the second point. Third point is loyalty.
Loyalty.
If a person has been bullish on some project for a year and he is still continue posting and bullish on it, he is rewarded more than someone who just started posting about it, like, or posted one time.
I like that. This is cool.
So people don't switch their opinions like every week.
And which like people are very likely to do based on the current landscape of crypto Twitter.
Yeah, like, overall, crypto has no loyalty. People are like loyal to their backs. That's a separate topic.
100%, 100%. Tell me a little bit more about like why you're extremely bullish on attention side. Like you can talk about like what are the problems you're seeing on crypto Twitter, or not crypto Twitter, like crypto our world as a whole, right? And
Yeah.
then why do you think this market can probably give a solution to a problem that is currently existing?
Yeah, let's take a few steps back and talk in general about attention and its kind of possible future about crypto. And like specifically in crypto, many more and more people agree that attention is fundamentals. Many projects that have like a fantastic product which is generating like millions in revenue, but their token is nuked, and there are
That's so true. Like all of them, 95%.
Yep. Some tokens are nuked like almost to zero and still generating millions in revenue. Like if the project is not generating millions and the token is nuked, it's kind of a fair play. And there are of course projects that have token, zero revenue, no products, and valued in billions. Like we all know these meme coins. This means that attention is fundamentals. And if we take more steps back and talk in general about like marketing and where all of this like attention game is taken into play, like the marketing spend was like $1.8 trillion last year. Most of them is
in crypto.
No, general.
Overall,
crypto is like tiny bit of that.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, it's this bit is still like significant because like most of the spend of crypto startups is like done on marketing, because like
100%.
Marketing and brand is like the core differentiator, the core mode in crypto projects.
Yes.
Everything's like permissionless. You can easily fork anything, so brand matters the most, and it's still about marketing. And around 70% out of that 1.8 trillion is like online digital advertisements. And this sort of like online way to get to users has been present like since 2000 for like 25 years already, and it's still like the main way of advertisement, the way to increase your mind share, get out to users, which is basically there are like social medias like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and so on. There is content that you want to see, and they push forcefully the content that they want you to see. And that's how it works. And that's how this trillion is being spent. It's like, it's ridiculous. More and more people are having like ad blindness. This sort of ads don't really work on crypto communities because they're sort of a bit more advanced to watch those like online ads. And the most performant ads has been native ads, when ads are natively integrated into the content, or when it is the content itself. When there is like a deep, insightful like Twitter thread, which is about some product, which is about some technology, it works the best.
Yes, people like that. Thousands of likes, repost, comments.
Exactly. But the problem is that it's not scalable. For example, if you want to make 1,000 KOLs talk about your brand, talk about your project, you need to hire around like 100 marketing managers. You lose a lot on quality here, because you don't have control on the result. And you also pay a lot to those marketing managers, and it also takes a lot of time. And with Wallchain Quacks, you can easily scale it and have even better quality, because it's being rewarded for efficient amplification, for efficient and valuable content. So that's exactly the moment when AI and crypto comes into play together to change something that has been generating the most revenue to the biggest companies for the last 25 years. That's why we are so bullish. And like crypto Twitter is like is a tiny step in the whole market change.
Why do you guys think? So from my understanding, you guys are definitely going all the industries, not only crypto. Right? Wallchain Quacks is going everywhere, not only even on Twitter.
Yes,
Is that right?
that's like a long term plan. Crypto Twitter is the best place for it because everything happens so quickly and people are ready to adapt very quickly. That's why it's the best place to start. Yeah, of course we have other platforms on the radar, other types of content like videos, images, YouTube, TikTok, and so on.
Got it. Got it. I think so. There's a problem that I see in like the early days of Kaido, where you see all these different accounts with different language areas, right, are weighted differently, right? For example, a lot for because I'm Chinese, right, and I follow a lot of the high quality Chinese uh, accounts, and they have like a really low score, and they're not getting yaps. I think there's somehow something wrong with the algos, right?
Yep.
I tried out like Wallchain, the Google Chrome extension, a couple of days ago, and I saw a similar pattern where like a lot of the high quality, not only like Chinese but Spanish or basically all the non-English speaking accounts, right? Who I think have pretty high post qualities are
Hmm.
generally weighted a little bit lower. Right? Can you share a little bit more about that? Is this something that you guys already noticed? And then what is causing that? And then what is the possible solution?
Yeah, so the algo is correct, but the nature of the algo is a bit is why it's
Complicated.
happening. I
Okay.
believe Kaito has kind of a similar algo, which is based on seed accounts. So there are some accounts which are considered like seeds, and they are the main ones, and they start all of the tree of influence or smart followers, how
I
it's
see.
called in Kaito. And those seed accounts, not sure which are chosen in Kaito, but I believe these are US and EVM focused accounts like Vitalik, Brian Armstrong, and so on, US and EVM related. And because of this, you don't see high rank people in like in other countries, in other languages. We've seen similar feedback for our algo. So we're considering adding a different sets of seeds, some to EVM, some to Solana, maybe to some other ecosystem, maybe specifically to AI. We've also got requests to have focus on like sports and Twitter,
Interesting.
politics. Yeah, so having different like categories, ranges, industries with different main people in there.
Got it. Thank you for sharing that. So after you guys decided to launch a complete new product in 2024 in the attention file market, what do you think is the biggest lessons that you learned until now? Like the one biggest lesson that you learned.
Yeah, it was a hard lesson to learn. So we've been engineers all our life, and we've been building like a hardcore engineering product, like an MEV protocol. We had like 7 clients, and we didn't really need to do any marketing. We didn't really need anyone to know about us. And then we switched to B2C, and okay, let's do marketing. Let's do some research.
Yeah, you need
How
that.
marketing is done by other successful companies. And it turns out it's done very differently. It's done counterintuitively to how it's being taught by like some classic marketing lessons. Usually, it's like in traditional marketing, you need to appeal to the value, to the problem you solve. You need to explain to users what value are you
Web2
giving.
marketing, yes, or all the marketing outside crypto.
Yeah. For example, like Mastercard has their like famous slogan, um, like you can't buy everything with money. For everything else, there is Mastercard. In crypto, it's like our chain is 40% faster than another chain. And
That's actually so true.
yeah, like why would I care as a user? Like I just need my transactions to go through. Like, and if it's like milliseconds faster on another chain, I don't care that much. I may not care. I mean, there is a fundamental need for chains to be faster, but it's only like clear to gigabrains. Like 90% of people don't really understand why it has to be like from 100 transactions per second to like 10,000 transactions per second. Or like some AI, some in specific infrastructure for all AI agents to make them decentralized and based on ZK or something like that. People don't understand that, or they think they understand. So the real value to users here is that those projects try to make users feel like they are smart investors.
Oh, I like this line. The projects, they make the users think they are smart investors.
Yep. So they have an edge, they're early, and it's something big in here, and we're using some, we have some big mod with technology, and we are like gigabrains. With EVM, especially, like everything has to be supported by like research papers and so on. So you may not even need a product, you just need like to publish research papers frequently.
Got it. What do you think is the hardest thing that you guys, the biggest challenge that you guys, the team as a whole is trying to tackle with, trying to conquer?
Yeah, so many challenges are there, but firstly, we are focused on building the product that actually solves user problems and delivers the direct value. So the biggest challenge is creating the most value to users, to those influencers or people with any level of influence, to provide the most value to them and make sure we are the go-to place for someone who wants to grow the influence and leverage it.
Do you think you guys have found product market fit already, or it's still like an ongoing thing?
Yeah, so like in some cases, product market fit cannot be directly measured, but there is like a framework from Superhuman. We haven't done that questionnaire yet to identify, but we definitely have people asking us to join. So it's usually when people want to join, want to use the product more, and we have some signals of that.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks.
What do you think about crypto cross AI? Because you definitely see there's a huge AI wave rise
Yeah.
up by the end of 2024, and then that entire narrative collapse, right? And then what do you think that the real value is? Because obviously crypto AI is not real AI, right? But there's still gotta be somewhere that AI can help, right? For example, automation in all these different sectors. I think what you guys are doing, right, has a lot to do with AI. But I wanted to pick your brain around what do you really think is the key value for AI in crypto? And then what are some of the things that you're really bullish on?
Yeah, so I don't think that narrative has got down. So tokens are nuked.
So tokens
AI
are done, but
tokens,
not narratives.
yes, AI tokens, agent tokens went down, but the AI topic is still like top of the mind share, and and I believe it's still going to be one of the tops because it's a great selling point. AI. In our case, we are not really focused to sell ourselves as AI company, but like we have 10 years of AI experience. My co-founder is PhD in ML, and we use AI extensively as a core of our product. But it's just a bit salesy to sound like we are.
I feel you. I feel you.
We are connecting AI and crypto to revolutionize everything. So yeah.
You guys got a bunch of PhDs on the team. That's a pretty hardcore team.
Trying hard.
That's awesome. Can you please give me one or two like extremely controversial hot takes that you get lately? Like the hotter the better.
Let me think. Let me think. Maybe it's not that controversial, but it still triggers some people that
That's
crypto
awesome.
crypto has no loyalty, and it's being acceptable. Like people are accepted that like there is no loyalty, that they push very hard, bullish on something. Once they sell their bags, it's no longer the case, and everyone is like, okay, that's fine. You played your game. Let's continue to something next. And like in a month, this person is bullish on something new, and everyone just accepts that. and there is no really a way to measure it, to identify it. And it was actually one of the feedbacks that we got for our like X-Rank Chrome extension, to add labels to
Oh,
people. If they have like changed their mind, or if they done bad calls on something or good calls on something, or if they've been bullish on something very early, like OG of some project, or like bearish on something that went well. But basically, it's like no loyalty in crypto. People are loyal to their backs, and it's no kind of normalized. It's been acceptable
so
for some people.
you don't think that's a good thing. You think we should have loyalty, at least for certain people who actually
Exactly.
have that. That's actually very interesting, but I find that really hard because you like crypto. I think is still like evolving like extremely fast. Every single narrative is coming up like every single hour, right? And you need to be fast to keep up with the trends. That means I would say 99% of the people like naturally, right? They even if they are loyal, right, in their nature, they will gradually take that off because they realize because like the loyal people are the ones that we are more likely to call like diamond hands, right, in the
Yeah,
previous
we
cycles.
trust them.
But yes, but like one thing that we start to see this cycle, especially for the meme coins and altcoins, all the diamond hands are dead, right? Because the token got nuked. There's no more community. Like, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? Because like indeed, what you guys are building are, I would say, more or less a little bit against like the entire nature of this industry, which are more likely to make people less loyal and more opportunistic.
Yeah, so I believe it should be more like taken publicly responsible people for their takes. So people just want to like provoke conversations, hot topics on crypto, and they,
For example, Ansem, right? I think he liked
yeah,
to call backs a lot, and then like the another second he forget about it or something like
yeah, that's too crazy
that.
example. Like I'm not even pretending to put some responsibility on that.
But I feel you. I feel you. I think this is a good thing to do, at least, no matter how hard it is, right? And I
Yep,
respect that. I respect the vision. What do you? Speaking of meme coins, what do you think about the meme coins?
I love it. I
Yes,
don't,
you do a lot of meme coin tradings.
not a lot. I don't fully like understand everything that is happening, but I really enjoy this most of this culture. Of course, if you don't talk about like recent Argentina's drops,
Oh my god, that is terrible. That is. Oh my god, I feel the pain even like you bring up the name.
yeah.
That is funny. That is funny.
But it's a
Um,
fair market. If someone doesn't like it, they're not forced to buy it.
100%. And I think people who get in, they just have to acknowledge, I am opportunistic, and if I just put the money that I can afford to lose, right? If you just wanted to give it a shot or something, so that's cool. Besides attention fi market, what are one or two sectors or areas in crypto that you're really bullishing on? Because for me, the reason why I ask this question is I'm actually pretty bearish on the entire future of crypto because
Mhm.
like basically people are trying to open up more casinos, right? They try to beat up pumped up, and also like the other way is probably stable coins, right? So either you go all in for the gamblers or you don't do gambling at all. Like there's no anything in the middle, right? Just GameFi has been proven, I would say 90 or more percent false, right? Social, web crypto social, web social, 90% or so proven wrong, right? Like there's no, I just think that the future is not as bright, right? Comparing with opening up more casinos or building stablecoin payments, because obviously those are the two that have really strong utilities. What do you think about that? And then personally, what do you bullish on the most? I mean, obviously besides attention fire, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah. So two things that comes to my mind. Firstly is it may sound naive, but it's still AI agents. Listen to me.
interesting.
It's
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's dive deep.
yeah. Don't drop from the call after you hear AI agents. I believe we are like in some sort of Gartner hype cycle where there is like a peak of the hype when there is something new and like groundbreaking. Now we are down. We will be even more down. and now it will slowly evolve to previous highs with like on a longer term with a longer term period, with something really utility and value based. Because everyone is talking about AI agents, but recently there was a conference and there was a question: who have actually used any AI agent?
I don't think anyone have used that.
Exactly.
Because besides obviously asking random weird questions to AI XPT, right? I think
Yeah,
that's the
but
only.
it's conversation like with ChatGPT. If it's like conversation based, like ChatGPT, it's just a chat. It's like it's not AI agent. It's not
It's
agentic.
not. Yeah, there's no real utility, right? For example, I
Yeah.
cannot tell some AI agent to do a DeFi deposit for me, right? To find the maximum yield to farm the certain projects. I see what you mean.
Yeah, and in AI agents, there's like a level of agency. First level when it can complete some task, when it can iterate itself, and there is some third level when it has some access to environment, like to a wallet, to Twitter, to something else, when it's like has access to something, and there's like level 6 or something when it's generalized.
Fully atomized, like
Yeah.
the Travis liked AI bot.
So no one is actually using it, and those but everyone is talking about it, and those examples that everyone is talking about, like some AI agent paid another AI agent to draw something or for some work, or like just popular AI agents that post something about trading. It's not really AI
That's
agent
still like
utility.
kindergarten liked AI agent. They haven't graduated yet.
Yeah, that's hype. That's hype, and that's just to like bump the price. So currently, they are focused on bumping the price, and once people are no longer that naive, tokens not growing, it's already happening. There will be long-term players who will focus on building something that directly solves user problems, brings direct value to users, and can really perform long-term tasks and be useful in daily life. For
That
example,
yes.
we had some experiments with we can call it AI agent that covers the BD work for us. So
BD?
we tell to this agent, for example, we need an intro, we need a call with this company, with someone from this company. So we can find affiliates of this company, like who works in that company. Then it matches my followers and who people from that company are following. So one mutual warm connection generates warm intro and sends it to that person, to a common person, and
Holy
makes
shit.
a call, like
That's
schedules,
cool.
schedules.
Cause I'm a go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's some sort of iterative process where it can iterate itself. Of course, it's with some human intervention. So like I manually confirm the message so it doesn't send some like bullshit or something like that. And it, it really helps like cover the networking part and like BD part.
Cause that's it. That's actually pretty scary. Cause I'm a BD, right? And something that I always comfort myself is that if one day the AI is going to replace people, it's definitely going to replace these engineers first, right? But what you're saying, like literally, like from your company's perspective, right? Like the BDs are the ones who actually are being able to be automized by AI agents. And like the process actually, that's exactly the way I do BD. You know what I mean? If I wanted to know certain people, I first find mutuals, right? People who follows me and then like that project follows and I reached out, warm intro created in 10 minutes. So that is pretty scary, but and now I see why you're bullish on AI agents.
Yeah, it's not to replace, it's to help
It's more
like
like a
bring along.
help, right? It's like
Yeah,
help. Interesting. What else? What else besides AI agent? Anything else you're bullishing on?
I guess maybe just in general bullish on crypto because there still wasn't that utility moment. We had like Trump moment, we had celebrity tokens moment, but a tiny improvement in UX user experience can really change the game. We had this with XRank. As I mentioned,
Excellent.
there has
Yes.
been a lot of crypto analytic tools for years that help to analyze Twitter accounts, and we just made it a bit more useful, just a bit better experience when you see the most important piece of information when you scroll Twitter to you see it next to each name. and we got 3,000 daily active users. I believe that similar moment can happen to crypto when everyone will start using it, and it's gonna be like much more human. I have recently onboarded a friend to Phantom,
Phantom,
and
yes.
he never had any wallet before, and it was actually a wedding. So my present my gift was a portfolio of meme coins on
Oh,
Solana.
nice. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so that was my gift. And when he like downloaded Phantom and started doing all that, he was saying like, okay, what is it? It's Ethereum. And what's this Ethereum with a small sign near it? I'm saying it's Ethereum on base, on like a different channel, like different Ethereum. Like, why there should be two Ethereums? Like, is it like some scam? Are they giving me some scam tokens? And I was thinking like, how hard would it be to explain what does it mean and why
That's
we
actually
have
so
it?
true. That's the reason why Solana is getting a lot of more adoption this cycle, because there's no 100 chains and different ETH on 100 chains. There's only
Yep,
one cell on Solana, and you can use that to buy meme coins.
exactly.
So I see. But overall, you're still pretty bullish on, right? As soon as we can fix on the UI, the onboarding flows.
Yeah, UI UX, and I believe some like AI and agents can help with it as well.
Awesome, awesome. What do you think about Ethereum and its current state? And what do you think about the L2s?
Yeah, so we've been building on Ethereum since 2021. So I'm still bullish,
You're
not
building on Mainnet, or you're just building on the Ethereum
a,
ecosystem?
a bit on mainnet, but mostly on like Polygon,
I
BNB,
see, I
Base.
see, I see.
Yeah, so I'm still bullish, not that bullish. I had a tweet lately. The saddest story, the shortest saddest story is former is Maxi.
Oh my god, that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like firmware ETH maxis out there lately, you know.
Yep, that's true. I'm bullish on Solana. With Ethereum and L2s, we've done a research and published some part of it last year that there are going to be even more L2s. It's like public info.
Yeah, a lot of them are on testnet even, right? They haven't even
Yeah, yeah,
launched
yeah.
testnet yet.
On
There's a
L2
lot.
Beat, on like OP super stack, and on GitHub the OP repo is like cloned by 200 organizations and it's actively developed. So we have like hundreds of chains that are going to launch, and there are a few reasons for that. Firstly, it's still EV positive, expected value positive to launch a chain because it creates a network effect. It's beneficial for people to join early because they can like money on people who join
Yes,
later. So you
yes.
join, more people interested to join. It's like this speculation game. It's still EV positive and it's also still attractive to VCs. When you talk to VCs, like, are you
If
launching a
you're a
chain?
chain,
If you're a
especially
chain,
L1, you raise a lot
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
money.
They think that it's like it's some significant mod. They think of network effects, so they multiply your valuation and they multiply the checks that they give you. So it's beneficial for founders to launch an L2 or L1 to raise for it because VCs give money easily for it, and it's still positive to launch it. And everyone just everyone doesn't understand like why it's happening, but it's just the state of the market we're living in.
The more the valuation, the more like entrepreneurs turn to like do,
Yep.
right? Like whatever helps their company. All right. The most interesting question of this recording, the Tales of Web3 story. So I always ask my guest to share one of their most interesting stories, right, from all these years of the journey being into crypto. It can be about like risk taking, full of unexpected risks, twists, randomness. It can be about something silly that you've done, but ideally it can be a story that you rarely told elsewhere before. And I want people to remember, right? This is something that Yurii has done in the past that has shaped who he is today.
All right, let me think. It's not that easy to come up with interesting stories, you know.
Take your time. Take your time. The stage is yours.
I guess something that happened quite recently, like a month ago. So we've been building an MEV protocol for 2 years, and we had one of the competitors, like another MEV project. And I randomly met founder of it a month ago at a conference in Lisbon.
Oh, nice.
And we went for a dinner. We discussed all of the MEV stuff, what happened with the market for the last 3 years, what's happening now, what we think is going to happen. And he asked deeply about like what we're building, about like our like AttentionFi ecosystem. And I like generally answered the questions, our plans for 2 years and so on. And that evening he decided to become like significant angel investor, and we are friends
Oh,
since
nice.
then.
That's a beautiful story, right?
Yeah,
Aren't competitors become your biggest supporter the best? I actually think that makes sense, because you've been in the same trenches before, though you're competitors.
exactly.
And then they understand the struggles you've been through, and also like your personality, obviously. So I like that story. And by the way, like just to touch a little bit on the MEV space, I think that has been a complete Red Sea, right? So the competition is extremely hard. There's no more margins anymore like it used to be. Right? I actually think 2021, 2022 is the last golden period where you can get a pretty big profit.
Yep, there may be some still like conversations around that, but mostly it's like decreasing the
Yes.
percentage of MEV on volume, and with all of the like intense off-chain routing systems and Uniswap v4, the market is being changed, but still there is a lot of like cross-chain and DEX to DEX MEV, but the business model is not something that we like. We generally
It's
like.
not as scalable as it used to be.
It may be somehow scalable for someone, but it's not that consistent,
I
and it's
see.
not
I see.
something that we want to chase.
And also MEV, like personally, I just think it's not that fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you get to a few steps back. Yeah, sorry for my
No
tired,
worries.
yeah, being a bit tired. So MEV, like maximal extracted value. So it values that is being extracted on chain with transactions. So there are some formulas, and you just like
Yes.
every researcher can watch what happened. Where was the inefficiency? How can we eliminate that inefficiency? How can we make that like gap extracted to those who deserve it? And it's quite complex, but it's doable. And there is a space where it's not the doable because it's not on chain, because it's not transparent at all.
I
It's where
see.
the deals, where those trades are being done in very inconsistent way when negotiations happen under the table. And I'm talking here about like KOL deals, influence deals, where
OTC tradings.
OTC tradings, when projects want to do their marketing, when they want to have some PR, when they want to increase brand mindshare, they try to make deals with someone. They try to get someone in the round. They try to onboard some KLs influencers. They try to make influential people talk about them. They try to make like some VCs talk about them. And those deals are not clear. And the value that they get in result is also not measurable.
I see.
And with AI and crypto, we can measure that and efficiently reward.
Ooh,
So it's some sort of MEV in attention game.
I see. So it's still pretty fun. It's still a pretty fun game to play if you
Yeah.
get the technology and you get the brain, right? Nice. Awesome. Please leave us one prediction you have for 2025.
So it's definitely that marketing is gonna change dramatically in 2025.
Let's go.
No more bullshit narratives. No more advertisements. Something like useless infra for no users, but it's very opportunistic. So buy us early, farm us early. No longer slogans like that, I believe.
Let's go. Let's go.
Marketing will change heavily. Yep, that's my prediction.
Awesome. One last question before you wrap up. Please tell our audience everything that is extremely exciting on Wallchain's roadmap, Wallchain Quacks roadmap, and
Yeah, so
like how can people participate?
So firstly, we're getting ready to our public launch. Currently, we are in a small private beta test. If you want to join, we'll probably leave some links, and the invite code will be like 4 characters, 4 letters, RYCK, RYCK, which will be available for 24 hours.
Let's go.
Yeah, and in our roadmap, we're gonna scale heavily on all levels of influence projects. We're focused specifically on utility and remarkable, utility-focused and remarkable projects with high opportunity for growth, and more platforms, YouTube, TikTok, and so on.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for this amazing episode. Thank you, Yuri. I had
Thanks
fun.
for having me, Ricky. Have a good one. Take
Yeah,
care.
have a good one.